After just 5 days on the New Mexico BDR, we're seriously questioning whether we should keep going. Just discovered something else. That's what it's supposed to look like. And that's what we did to it.
We have a coolant leak in our glycol system, and our S-bar heater below her I think is going out, so we may not have heat the rest of the trip.
We are attempting the New Mexico BDR, starting at the Colorado border, crossing New Mexico, and ending at the Texas border. We'll show you what it's like to cross an entire state off-road, including all the good and not so good things that go along with overlanding. 1,200 miles, and we're giving ourselves 2 weeks to complete it. We're doing this trail in reverse, so we're currently on day 5, section 6. As we try out our new bike rack system, we're starting to notice a few issues with it. Bikes are moving a little bit.
Where the dust gets stuck because it's got friction on it.
Oh yeah.
That's where they were.
They kind of scooch out to the sides.
Yeah, I think that's a lot of rubbing going on there too.
I mean, all in all, they're decent, but if we're doing anything harder than this, it probably wouldn't be great. Oh, look at Verla. She's all dusty.
That's better. Definitely. That helped a bit.
Poor Verla.
I think in and around town, short trips out to just to go mountain biking and not do trails.
Yeah.
On pavement, and maybe a few fire roads. I mean, we were doing a lot of bucking and a lot of huge bumps, and I think that's took the weight off and making it hop over.
We're getting an insane amount of dust on the inside, so it is creating a tiny gap more than normal. So far, the New Mexico BDR has been exactly what we hoped for. Long stretches of quiet dirt roads, wide open landscapes, and hours where the only thing around us is high desert, mountains, and the sound of gravel under our tires. It's remote out here, but the trail itself has been surprisingly approachable, letting us soak up the scenery without constantly fighting terrain. Let's just say it's been refreshing. Taking another pit stop. Kind of really cool ruins. It's not on the map and there's nothing about it. Saw his first jackrabbit. Yeah, is that fun?
Well, it's a fireplace.
As we roll deeper into this empty corner of the state, the trail continues to reveal pieces of the past. The remains of this old cowboy homestead is slowly being reclaimed by time.
Staying at home, turn off the phone, I will listen to you. You lay in the sheets, you hold on to me like I'm already gone, and whisper your words like secrets written in an old moleskin. Look up above, the sunlight seems like it is gonna break in, and something ain't right.
If you can't tell, we actually made it out of the mesas and back into the woods. Decided to take a little detour, Brian style. We're going to an overlook. A little steep, a little ruddy, some loose rock. As the day winds down, the daily game begins. Find a place to camp. It sounds simple until the terrain decides otherwise. Out here, a flat, wide spot can be weirdly hard to come by, so we usually start the search a couple of hours before sunset, just to give ourselves a fighting chance at actually relaxing before the sun taps out. This is our first overlook that we were potentially going to camp up here. It's cold. It's freezing up here.
You'd have to have a fire pit there, and there's a fire pit up there. It's saying 52 degrees. Unless
Yeah.
it's picking up engine heat.
This might be. It's just a breeze.
So,
And we're not in the sun anymore.
no, you get a little bit right there, but I'm assuming it's going to disappear behind that mountain.
Yeah.
Let's see if we can get a closer look at what's going on. Thinking about camping up here, but it's breezy and it's cold and we've lost all the sun for the day. If we went down a little bit further, then I think we'd be able to catch some sun for the evening.
All right. Got another good campsite. And a fire. Good morning from day 5. And we're still on section 7.
Thought we were completing 6 and starting 5.
Completing 6, starting section 5.
I don't know.
I don't know. Tell us about all our fun things we found out this morning.
We have a coolant leak in our glycol system.
Yeah.
And our S-bar heater blower, I think, is going out. So we may not have heat the rest of the trip. So we got to get coolant in our next town if we can find it. Hopefully we can. Top that off and then see if that might help out a little bit. But we got a few leaks in the engine, which is standard for these vans. Probably not designed to do what we do with them.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, part of it's from us beating it up, so.
Yeah.
Yep. All right, so we're gonna hit 2 towns today, a really small one, so I'm not sure we'll find what we need to there, but then we go into the town of Grants.
That's the town we're going to.
Yep, and hopefully they'll have what we need.
And then we'll check in with you guys at that point and let you know what's cooking.
Yeah, all right, wish us luck. We're not quite halfway.
Nope.
No. Okay, see you on the road. I wonder it's filthy in here all the time.
You were always blaming it on me, the Marisha.
I always just assumed it was because we drove around with the windows down and whatever, and we're just always on dirt roads. But even with everything sealed up, it comes in way more than I thought. And I've never had the sun shine exactly on it where I could see it. I'm wondering if you can see this. All this like dust just flowing through the van. Oh yeah, you can totally see it as we drive. I wonder our van's always so dirty.
Right?
Comes through there.
Take a vote for all our followers. Should we get a different vehicle?
We've been thinking about it. We have been thinking about it for about, seriously, for about 2 years. Oh, there's one of our squirrels. I'm gonna see if we can get a picture of one of these long-eared, long-hair, fuzzy-eared squirrels. They're so cute.
Oh, dude, winning the green.
It's like bunny squirrels.
Go over
All right.
there. See if you can feed him a carrot.
Anyway,
I got some walnuts.
go give him some walnuts. He's so cute. Anywho,
Go over there. See if you can get her on.
all right, we're gonna pardon this break for a squirrel. All right, we're gonna continue.
I'm out of walnuts.
We did not get a picture of the cute squirrel because I got too close and he ran away.
She gets too JoJo about it. Like she thinks she's gonna go pick it up and cuddle with it or something. I'm like,
They're
back off.
They're so cute. And this is what they look like. See? Anyway, should we look for a new rig? We know what we want, we can't find it. And what
Doesn't exist, basically.
doesn't exist.
We want a Toyota van that we can build out, just like a Sprinter.
Yes, well that would be perfect. Option 2 is some sort of Toyota flatbed with a camper type thing on the back. Kind of like 4-wheel drive campers. However, I require a pass-through, and they don't have that. So truck house is the next best thing, but they're too expensive and too big, so we would never buy one of those.
Ross Monster.
Ross Monster we've been looking at. That's an option. They just need to make something, somebody needs to make something this big, no bigger, because those are too big to do the trails that we do. But all in one cab, like a van. Okay, good. All right, there's a Maverick in the town of Milan. It's very fancy.
Mamma mia! We're gonna get some pizza here.
Anyway, They have supposedly potable water at the pumps. So I'm gonna go verify that it's drinkable. All right, it is potable. And here it is. Between tanks 4 and 5. Drinkable water. All right, we're gonna go through here and we're gonna go through the window. Right, Carlos? Yeah, give me a kiss. So we're on the last portion of section 6, which is a blue.
We got gas, we got water, and we got coolant. Mission accomplished at Grants. Grants is a great town. We didn't get any filming of it, but it's a legit town with legit stores, gas, restaurants, things of that nature. So depending on how you're planning your trail, if you are looking to sit down and eat or stay at a hotel, or that's Grants, just an FYI.
And the town that touches it, it's basically 2 towns in one, is called Milan. Kind of 2 towns in one, but Milan and Grants. And this is, we had a little bit of rocks in the beginning of this. This is a blue section of the BDR, and it's not too bad. It's still fairly easy, and just a little bit rockier, a little bit lower trees, a little tighter, unmanicured road, but
it's slow.
A lot slower.
Like 10 miles an hour on it.
Yeah.
One of those deals.
Ooh, yeah, see all these low.
Hear it.
Oh, that wasn't bad. Oh!
Oh, man.
Yeah, see? Case in point. We were just saying, because this trail is so narrow and a lot of low-hanging branches. Like if we were in some of the other vehicles that we were considering at one point, we'd be too big for this.
I mean, that was kind of a weak example, but you get the idea.
Oh, mine shaft we're going to check out.
The famous mine shaft. If you watch any New Mexico videos, you will see this mine shaft. And we're going to show it to you as well.
All right, let's do it.
Look. Echo.
Well, that's pretty deep.
It is deep, Marisha.
It is deep.
That's what you call a hole.
Yeah, is that what you call it? Sure how comfortable I feel walking on this thing, but yee! Scary. Oh, that's cool. It's kind of in a random middle of nowhere place, but I guess it is what it is. So this is one of the offshoots that goes to the Oso Ridge lookout. A little bit of a gnarlier road. Pretty ruddy. But it's only a mile, so we're gonna go check it out.
The BDR trails all have a number of offshoot waypoints. Some natural, some historical, and some a little bit of both. This one takes you to the Oso Ridge lookout tower. The road's a little steep and offers stunning views.
Definitely need your 4-wheel drive on this little section.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Depends on if you get, I don't know, you might be able to do it 2-wheel drive, maybe. If you have the clearance, maybe. It's amazing what you can do in 2-wheel drive though.
True.
We do a lot in 2-wheel drive. We got shut down. We got shut down.
Last quarter of the trail. Road's closed. Road closed. Hazardous to public use is what it said. So we're gonna hike the rest of the way because we drove, and we're gonna go look at this lookout. Good, geez.
Almost went down, Marisha. Almost went down.
Oh, you got a nice view so far.
The hike to the Oso Lookout Tower is a 3/4 mile out and back road with an elevation gain of 190 feet, finally reaching 8,710 feet.
Little elevation up here.
8,500, Maurice. 8,500. What do you think?
Pretty.
Lookout.
It is definitely a lookout.
Boom. A little breezy, so I don't know how loud that is, but we'll do a slow pan. And then they have restrooms up here. The brightest green flooring in the land. And there's the actual lookout tower. I don't know if they're open to Marisha. You want to take a looky, Lou? And are they open winter, winter? The Marisha's in the hole. Bonkers.
He likes us. He's all spunky when he saw us. Show Carlos.
This horse is getting, oh yeah, he's bucking. Reminds me of the time when I was in the rodeo, Marisha. Well, come on, buddy. Oh, he does like us.
He likes us a lot. He's like, what do you guys got going on?
Go say hi to him, to Marisha. Hi, Bubbo. Hi. No bark, no bark, no bark. Be nice. You'd probably make friends with horsies. Look at him, you're turning him away.
Let me see if he wants an apple.
Why do you always give us our apple? Don't we have carrots in there? The Marisha trying to feed a horse apples, which has never ever happened one time. Not one time. We'll see. This could be it though. Carlos is a little jealous. Well, not very promising. Not very promising.
He's eating my apple. Just wouldn't take it from me. But he's eating it. I broke it into a bunch of little pieces. And now he's eating the chunks. Exploring for a campsite. We went through, we were actually going to stop, well, 20 minutes ago. And couldn't find anywhere to camp because there's a lot of private land where we're at currently. And this is pretty sweet.
Yeah, dude.
It's flat.
Dirty.
On the edge of like a mesa, so we'll get a really sweet view. Anyway,
Archway.
we'll let you know when we find our spot. Just discovered something else. Poor Chewy, we're just not very nice to him. But remember that last year when we got all that whole new shock suspension system put on?
I remember.
You remember?
I do.
That's what it's supposed to look like. And that's what we did to it. Right? Wrong.
Wrong. All right. Oh, there goes my work buddy. He was hanging out with me. Carlos. And he's my work buddy. All right. Here's an update on the shock situation. If you're wondering, for you mechanical geeks out there, here's our bracket. And that is bent and sheared off. Problem is that bracket goes all around the axle. I thought the bracket was separate, but it's holding on a lot of different things. And it's welded all the way around. I thought we could repair it, but I don't think we can repair it at all. Yeah, it's broke it right off completely. What I'm noticing though is, I don't know if you can see on that shock up there. See those wear marks? That thing's rubbing. We've had a couple problems with these shocks. One is the top where the leaf springs will go up and hit the actual adjusters and bend them. And now I'm noticing that that's been rubbing for a while. You don't get those deep of grooves unless it's been rubbing for a while. So that's kind of interesting to see. I'll check the other one and see if that's doing that as well. Maybe it's just this one. Maybe it got bent and started rubbing. Anyway, this is what we're dealing with. So that's kind of a bummer. I don't know. I really want to finish this trail, but we definitely won't be able to do any of the advanced sections. No question about that. Anyway, so stay tuned on how this is all going to play out.
We always love having you ride along with us as we test out these BDR trails. Join us next time for more New Mexico and more van drama. All right, we heard something not sounding great underneath. It was definitely coming from under the van. Thanks for watching. Please consider liking and subscribing to our channel. It really helps us out by allowing us to reach a larger audience.